Yes.
Fish head.
Trout fishing is red hot at Collins Lake. Check out these awesome rainbows my clients have landed this fall. Join me on the FHS pontoon boat and learn my proven methods for catching more and bigger trout up close and hands-on. To book your trip now, go to fishhuntshoot.com and we'll be yelling fish on. Collins Lake, baby. Man, oh man. Get him, man.
Where's the net? I don't think you're doing anything any different than what I did. Oh, nice fish. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, see that's. Oh.
That's okay. We're gonna let him go.
Woo!
Come here. No.
Hey, wait, is this a fish on over here? No, okay.
Oh. Look at that big old trout. That's what blades and worms can do, guys. Collins Lake, big old 3-pound rainbow, right under the surface, about 4 feet deep. Awesomeness. Good job, Ed.
Thank you.
Howdy guys, Kel Kellogg here. That fish you just watched Ed land, it came on one of my 4-inch watermelon colored fisheye dodgers trailing a threaded worm with a leader that was probably about 30 inches long. Got that fish off the downrigger, but I've been running that same blade off my lead core rigs, that same offering, either a threaded worm behind the watermelon blade, the 4-inch blade, or a trolling grub, but also on a slow death hook. So not only is the tail wiggling, it's also rotating, and that's putting out a lot of extra vibration. What I found, and I've been trolling stained water up here for several weeks, what I found is that you need a larger than ordinary blade to bring the fish into the vicinity so they can zero in on your bait, whether it's a grub or a fly or a threaded worm. You need to get them in the vicinity so they can see your offering. I've got maybe 2 feet of visibility here, more like 18 inches of visibility. So it's really important to have lots of flash, lots of vibration to pull those fish in close enough to see your offering. Now, in terms of color, that's kind of a baffler for me, because I assumed, and let's face it, we don't get to fish a lot of stained water here in Northern California. Droughts are more of a concern than stained water for trout fishermen, but we had that one big storm. The water here at Collins remains stained in the wake of that big storm, and it looks like we've got some pretty robust weather coming up in the next week or so. So I think we're going to be dealing with stained water at places like Amador or Collins, fill in the blank, for the foreseeable future. And in our drought-stricken state, that is a good problem to have. But here's what I found in terms of color. My gut told me, before I really started fishing a lot of stained water, that the bright stuff, the hot orange, the hot pink, stuff like that was going to be the way to go. But that's not what I found. My number one color has been watermelon. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe that green shows up really well under these conditions. It does have a little bit of orange on it. But that's been my number one color. My number 2 color has been gold, a gold sidewinder like that. Chrome on the back, gold on the top. Gold has been a great color for us. We've tried orange, we've tried hot pink, we've tried rainbow. None of those colors have worked for us. The one exception was we got our deepest fish so far this fall at 21 feet, pulling this full-size willow leaf one just like that there, which does have some bright orange and bright yellow paint on it. But I attribute that strike more to the size of the blade and the big thump and the big vibration it was putting out, more so than the color of that blade. But we've got in a lot of hours of trolling out here, well over 100 hours of trolling, probably a couple hundred hours of trolling in stained conditions. And again, we've upsized our blades. We're not pulling the mini willow leaves now very much. We're pulling mostly 4-inch blades like that. 3-inch blades like the Sidewinder and the full-size willow leafs like that. And the number 1 color for us, watermelon. Number 2 color has been gold, and the other colors just haven't been working very well. Again, it is absolutely critical to put out a lot of flash and a lot of vibration so the fish move in close enough to see your offering. If they're more than a couple feet away from your rigged worm or your grub or your fly or whatever you're pulling, they're just not gonna see it. So put out a big calling card, put that business card out there, get them to come in, get their toe in the door, and then that gives your bait an opportunity to close the deal. I hope this helps you in the coming weeks. Hopefully we're gonna be fishing a lot of stained water. We need the rain, and it is still possible to catch fish in very stained water. That 10-pounder we got, I think 3 weeks ago now, that fish came in really muddy water on a red grub, and I believe a gold blade, but it might have been a watermelon blade. I'm not sure about that part, but it was a red grub in some very dingy water. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'll catch you next time right here on YouTube, and if you're looking for Dodgers, baits, rods, and more, fishhuntshoot.com. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you later.